on this Engineers Day, which was 15th of September, we launched this Adani Cement FutureX, and the team was so excited. In practically 10 days, and with support of all of you, let's give a big applause to all of you. Practically in 10 days, my people from the plants, from the sales offices, so by the way, we are present all over India. We have 56 plants, including the bulk cement terminals and all. We have a presence of almost 636 districts. So almost all this leadership engagement and met all of you, and you actually responded very positively. Thank you very much. And within 10 days, we came up with this whole initiative announcement. We announced with lots of pride. We announced on 15th of September. Our chairman, when I met Gautam and I said, Gautam, this is the idea, and he was saying, absolutely go ahead. Yeah, this is the enthusiasm what the group has for this initiative. I will just take a couple of minutes about Adani Cement. As I said, we are second largest in the country. We achieved 100 million tons of capacity. Therefore, everybody will see 100 million tons. That is like our theme for this year. And this is a special year. Like any company, when it achieves 100 million tons capacity, it becomes very, very special. We celebrated on 5th of May our 100 million tons capacity. And by the way, we are the fastest growing company, cement company in the industry. We are adding up. With your support, with your blessing, we are adding up 1 million ton of cement every month. Yeah, that's the speed which we are working on. A company which has a net worth of 65,000 crores, zero debt. A company which is aspiring to achieve 140 million tons by end of March 28, and plus. After achieving 100, of course, you know Gautam Bhai, he will be not satisfied unless we achieve another 100 more. So 200 million is the next benchmark which is already given. So that is the speed, the growth the company is working on. And by the way, we are now 9th largest company in the world in terms of cement. So then we thought what we should do and contribute more effectively to the industry, to the country. Of course, we are playing an important, we are actually part of this whole nation building, because cement is very closely associated with infrastructure and housing, which are the backbone of any economy. So that way we are very closely working with the nation building. But the second point, then we thought, why should we not also engage with academia, all of you, and then actually give the opportunity or engage with you. How can we help the students who are the future leaders for the Viksit Bharat 2047? What can we do, right? And that's this whole idea of Adani Cement FutureX training. And we have given some outline to you, but this today's evening we need to go into a little bit more details, exhibit you some of the ideas what we have. Lots of, for example, themes are also here. In one summary, you are actually going to engage, and you are now partners to a very, very exciting, hard-working, reimaginative team, friends. In fact, and therefore, we will be very open to what further ideas and suggestions, what you will help us. Because we like our thoughts and our ideas, but we will be very open to also hear from you how can we engage more. So I'm going to have a very brief presentation. Yeah, I will have a very brief presentation, and okay. I think I won't take more time, but Adani Group as of now is a $200 billion market cap group. हिंदी में बताऊं तो 16 लाख करोड़ का market cap, right? The largest conglomerate in the infrastructure domain in the country, with ranking in many global accolades in terms of ports, in terms of power, so and so forth. एक जो हम लोग कई बार just show the magnanimity of the infrastructure of Adani Group, our chairman Gautam Bhai, and the Gen Z of the family, Karan Bhai, Jeet Bhai, Sagar Bhai, Pranav Bhai, they are working relentlessly. One example, Mundra Solar, this one, खावड़ा में जो है रिन्यूएबल प्रोजेक्ट लग रहा है. आप सबको पता हो एंड नहीं तो आपको काफ़ी एक्साइटमेंट होगी, सिंगल लोकेशन 40,000 मेगावाट का सोलार प्लस विंड फार्म बन रहा है, जिसमें 10,000 ऑलरेडी ऑपरेशनल है। और ये इतना बड़ा लोकेशन है कि इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन से देखोगे तो भी ये प्रोजेक्ट दिखाई देगा। दैट्स द स्केल, दैट्स द साइज what the group is working on. Okay, so group has almost like 15 to 20 important businesses. We have 12 listed companies in cement. Adani Cement, what we say, but Ambuja and ACC are the flagship companies what we have. Okay, in terms of the market cap for the cement business, which you are now partners, the market cap is closer to 1,50,000 crores as of today, right? तो 1.5 लाख करोड़ की मार्केट कैप कंपनी से आपके साथ में पार्टनरशिप है अभी। ओके, आवर विजनरी चेयरमैन गौतम भाई, आई एम श्योर all of you have been hearing him, reading about him, and fantastic leader that he is now closely engaging with many of the universities and MBA campuses and all. You have seen him in IIM Lucknow, IIT Kanpur, so IIT Kharagpur, yeah. So he is the mentor for cement business as well. Okay, now coming to straight, why FutureX? Yeah, as I mentioned to you, we want to engage with students. The school students. So by the way, I'm so happy to highlight 280 schools, and I need a big applause. 280 schools and almost 120 universities, IITs and NIITs and engineering campuses. Almost 400 academic institutions, which encompasses almost 4 lakh plus students. That's the size of the program as of now, and I'm sure with all of us working together, this will keep expanding more and more. So why FutureX? Yeah, I think while it was what we wanted to, but even government of India with various of these schemes, they also want to, for example, equip the students to give them real life, real world exposure. My daughter, she is like in 12th standard. When I look at her, and then when I look at my own past background of schooling, I find many of us, and that was like in my case, way back I completed my 10th in 1992. Even that point of time to now, things have changed, technology has changed, and so on and so forth. But the practical exposure, the real life exposure, many of the students, for example, many times they don't get it. It is highly important that the academia and the industries collaborate, and this is the whole opportunity for us. We have plants all over India, we have robotics technology, we have artificial intelligence to be applied in real sense. We have got R&D, we have got fantastic laboratory in Bombay, and many of the plants have laboratory. Whatever all of you, for example, what we teach to the students, and all of you are so learned, and we apply it in real world, many of you in fact can actually give us lots of solutions, especially the universities and the IITs and NIITs and all. In fact, many of them have approached us, boss, consultants को appoint करते हैं, हम लोग खड़े हैं ना. Right? And absolutely, we will be very happy to do that. So why FutureX? Number one, we want to engage very closely with the future leaders and give them a real life exposure and experiments. Number two, so this is 100 years, therefore we are just putting 100 plus, but actually it's like 280 schools and 120 campuses of engineering and all. And our chairman is very passionately looking at this aspect of how we connect and engage and give this opportunity to students. So that is like, because he strongly, and he says this, students are the new freedom fighters of Bharat. Yeah? And through FutureX, we want to empower our young minds, focus on employability and entrepreneurship. Friends, all of you know, by the way, I'm like chartered accountant, I'm finance background, I've been a banker, from banking to industry. I strongly believe, and in India, and when you look at India to be, so right now we are $5 trillion, $6 trillion economy, but when you look at becoming the third largest economy, when we look at turning into $35 trillion economy, and that is going to happen in almost 25 years, So by 2050, 30 trillion minimum, 35 trillion economy. The entrepreneurs of the country, and these are like right from startups to mid-size to MSMEs and all, and that's like a strong, huge base for the country, by the way. It's like a backbone of the country. And this program, I'm sure, when the kids, when the students, they go and see in real life, it will help them a lot to turn into entrepreneurs as well, apart from reaching important decision-making positions in the corporates. But we would see and we would love, they also turning entrepreneurs. So like in terms of employability, of course, post their programs in terms of training, internship, and in terms of even employability, we are going to work very closely with you so that the students also engage with us and they have a chance of careers down the line. And I think last quarter when I visited China with Karan Bhai, and one thing, and I'm sure all of you know this because you are in the academy here studied, one of the important factors in China is universities and colleges are extremely stronger in terms of R&D, in terms of technology, in terms of the knowledge base, and the industries, they associate themselves. Look at the companies like SANY, for example. SANY is like now world's amongst the largest electric vehicles company in terms of the industrial electric vehicles, whether it is payloader, whether it is earth-moving vehicles, and so on and so forth. SANY connects itself to one of the universities in China. When it comes to Huawei, which is now world's one of the largest technology company, they have strong association with with the universities in China. Universities in China, for example, therefore like in many of the other parts of the Western world, play an extremely important role in terms of the R&D, in terms of the knowledge base, in terms of the depth what it can give to the industry. In India, it has been there, IITs and NIITs, and many of you have been part of it, but it requires much more larger push. I think I'm sure this is a small initiative from our side, but I'm sure many of the other industries will also initiate on this basis, that this deeper engagement will definitely help us